Yo, let's go. It's your boy D Chisel, man. Hey, man. Uh, thanks for thanks for thanks for checking the video out. Anyway, I just want to say I have to do this video, man, because I was grew up a big Michael Jackson fan. First, I want to say everything I say is alleged and for entertainment, education purposes. Um, I grew up a big Michael Jackson fan, man. Used to see Michael Jackson on the Grammys. That used to be the reason to watch. Oh, Michael gonna show up, man. We gotta watch. I gotta get home, watch the Grammys. So I was a big fan all the way from when I was a kid. So I was like 11, 12, all the way up. Anyway, I got suspicious after a while because as a kid, you don't know the difference. You're like, man, Michael Jackson, yeah, Michael Jackson. But um, one thing I found odd is I can't find any footage of when he did his concert in Dallas. When he did I think it was the Bad concert. There's no footage. The footage is like 8 seconds long, like erased. And I was suspicious because I did some digging, some research. Now, back in 1984, January 16, 1984, Michael Jackson won 8 American Music Awards. And Diana Ross, Lionel Richie, all those guys were there. And Michael went up on the stage. Michael had swagger. He did his little dance in front of the crowd and got his award. He forgot he was getting an award. They had to call him. He turned around. He's like, "Oh," but he had so much swagger. Them people didn't like that. Over the record industry, they didn't like that because Michael had swagger. Man, he was up on that stage. Go look at that video from January 16, 1984, when he got the American Music Award. Michael got up on stage. He had swagger. Them people didn't like that because he outsold. They broke their sales records, and he outsold all the. After that, they started just hating the man because he broke their sales records. His record, #1 record in the world, Thriller. So I think Off the Wall is pretty good too. I like some songs off of that. But okay, now the weird thing about this whole thing is 11 days after this, he got burnt during the Pepsi commercial. Now during the Pepsi commercial, I was a kid. I seen this when I was a kid. I was like, Michael just got burnt on TV. And the weird thing about it is Pepsi did the take 6 times. So I think they was trying allegedly burn him on purpose. The take they did it 6 times until it burnt him, and he didn't even know he was burnt. He was spinning around. They grabbed him, put a towel on him, put him in the ambulance, and allegedly I think they was trying to take Michael out. So from 1984 to 1987, I didn't see anything else about Michael. For 3 years, I was like, man, Michael ain't never came out in public. Well, I ain't gonna lie. The last picture I seen, Michael's in a hospital with a thing wrapped around his head, like what the Jews wear. And after that, he had a little thing on top of his head, like a little hat or whatever, to cover the burn or whatever. The man had a big burn spot on top of his head, big bald spot. And he was in pain all the time, had to take pain. He couldn't perform no more. He was in pain all the time. So allegedly, I'm thinking Joe Jackson said, hey, let's get somebody to dance like him, look like Michael, sing like Michael. Let's get somebody, you know what I'm saying, can perform like him, so we can keep making the money, right? So 1987, they come out with the Bad album. Michael Jackson got bright skin, long straight hair, dip in his chin. 3 years later, I'm like, what? How does this dude lose his skin color in 3 years? Now, in the 2000s, they want to say he had vitiligo. Folks, believe me, there's no such thing as vitiligo. That's a bull crap lie. There is no vitiligo. So I'm allegedly saying they replaced Michael. They got people to dance like him, look like him, Mexicans, Italians, whatever. And this guy on the Bad album, I keep telling people this is not Michael Jackson, man. Not with no bright skin, different chin, whole different color. Go look at the 1984 pictures to 1987. You'll be like, what? How this dude get bright skin all of a sudden? Even Ice Cube said, he was like, man, Michael Jackson with a dip in his chin, coming out with swagger. I was like, what? Who is this guy? So, and now I'm guessing I think I got the year right. Allegedly in 2003, the detective that was investigating for the child sex charges said that they went to Michael Jackson Neverland. They dug up some bones and found his bones on Neverland, and they identified it by dental records. Now, the detective at the time, he said, well, who is this guy saying he's Michael Jackson if we found his bones buried on land? Now, the mainstream media didn't cover it. It got covered by a small newspaper called the O. I can't say the name for, legal reason, but the story was in this, and it said that, what's the author's name? I think it was Dunn, but I can't say his last name. Donald. He went out there. He said, "We searched Michael Jackson Neverland. We dug up some bones that matched his dental records." So we were like, "Who is this guy saying?" But the mainstream media did not cover the story. So I'm looking at this like, wow, that's crazy. Because Bad came out. I bought the album. I was like, man, I was 11 years old. Like, yeah, Bad, it's jamming. But I looked at the cover. I said, this can't be Michael Jackson. This is not Michael Jackson, man. I said, this can't be. They got this guy, man. I said, this is not Michael Jackson. So I'm thinking Tito, Janet, Jermaine, all of them, they know what happened to Michael. They know the real story of what happened to Michael, because I believe these people got rid of Michael. They were jealous. They were hating. They didn't like the fact he outsold their records. So they wanted to get rid of this man any way they could. And Joe Jackson was all about the money. So he was like, well, if we get rid of him, let's make a Michael that can dance, do what he do, so we can keep the money coming in. You know what I'm saying? He's the breadwinner. If you take him out, we ain't got nobody as much talent, as talented as him. Janet can sing, Jermaine can sing, all the other guys, I don't know what they can do, but so I'm looking at this, I'm like, man, Michael, they came out and said Michael died in 2009. I was like, dude, this is not Michael. The guy that's holding the baby, shaking real nervous, that is not Michael Jackson. This guy is not Michael Jackson. Not the Michael Jackson we grew up with, not the Michael Jackson we know. And I think Quincy Jones know what happened. Quincy Jones know the truth, but he can't say it. These people know the truth. Celebrities know the truth, but they can't say it. They know that's not Michael, man. So allegedly, I'm saying it's not Michael. Even when he went on Arsenio Hall with Eddie Murphy know. These people know, but they just scorn the secrecy. They can't say anything. So I was like, man, these people shock the world. They fool the world. So if you don't do your research, if you don't go back and study, you don't know that they fooled the world because you don't study. You have to study, go back and dig deep. The rabbit hole goes deep. Matter of fact, 2023, this is the year of the rabbit. That's what they're calling it. So imagine that. The rabbit hole goes deep, don't it? So I'm just saying, I think, in my opinion, I think that they got rid of Michael between 84 and 1987. They got rid of this guy and replaced him with either a clone or a lookalike, somebody could sing, dance, do the same thing he done. But even if you look at that, they don't care about his video and all that, that is not Michael Jackson, man. In my opinion. Listen to the Slave to the Rhythm album, that is not Michael singing. It's a whole different voice. Compare the voices to Smooth Criminal to that. It's not the same voice. It's a whole different voice. Even with the Michael album, the person singing on there is not Michael Jackson. Even Quincy Jones said it. Quote, it's all about money. So, with that being said, man, I done found out through research and study, the world has a lot of secrets, man. If you start studying, you'll be like, damn, I wish I never looked into this. Because I was like, man, I found out a lot of secrets just by studying. Like, the rabbit hole does go deep. And when you start researching, I ain't going to disclose things on here. But when you go to research, you'll be like, man, I never knew that. I never would have knew that if somebody wouldn't have opened my eyes to it. Yeah. A lot of times somebody got to open your eyes to it. And one thing I learned is don't look at something, look into it. Like a pictures and magazines and words and commercials. Look deeply in what they're trying to show you because everything has a message, a hidden message. So look deeply. When you look at the magazine pictures and ads, look at what they're really showing you. Look at it closely. Read the words, the texture. Look at TV shows. Look at what they're trying to tell you. Look what they're showing you. Look deep into it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think they got rid of Michael between 1984 and 1987. Because there's no such thing as vitiligo where your skin turns from black to white. Never heard of them. Like, how many of your friends got vitiligo right now? Name somebody. Just like I tell people all the time, name somebody that won lottery that you know. I'll wait. So I'm just saying. 11 days after Michael got those awards, Michael was turning awards over. He's winning all the awards. And he had Square, he got on stage, this little dance, spun around and everything. The crowd went wild. And then people were like, I think 11 days later is when he got his hair burned. After he won on the awards, he got his hair burned 11 days later doing a Pepsi commercial. And Pepsi didn't sue. Pepsi didn't get sued. They offered $1.5 million to him for that. But I think these people got rid of Michael after he went to the hospital. Like I said, the last pictures I seen of Michael live, he was in the hospital with the same skin color, He just had a little thing on his head where he got burnt. He got a little thing covering his head where he got burnt. That's the last time I seen Michael. After that, it was a bright skin dude, the bright skin dude. So I was like, what? Where did he come from? So I don't know. This is just my opinion. Like I said, everything I said is alleged. If you want, you guys can join the channel. Hit the like, subscribe button, leave a comment. But everything I say is for fair use, for education purpose. And hey, just let me know your opinion, what you think about it. I think it's weird. I think Mike Ben died a long time ago, but they never told us. These people got so many secrets, man. When you start researching, you'll be like, what? What? I never knew that. Because they only taught you what they want you to know. They only taught you the colors they want you to know. They only taught you A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You know, they only taught you what they want you to learn. So do your research, man. Like and join the channel. It's your boy D Chisel signing off, man. I gotta go to bed. But tell me what y'all think, man. Leave a comment.